It's going to be a quick one. I'm just going to show you a new mirror dash camera. This one's called a Mercylion. It's a front and back camera that goes over your rear view mirror. Let's check it out.
Today I'm going to look at this new rear view, they call it a vehicle traveling data recorder by Mercylion. Brand new. Haven't opened it yet. We'll go over the specs. I'm going to take it, put it in the car, and we'll take it out for a bit of a drive as the weather is improved and actually get some pictures with this unit today. So this is the official unboxing. We'll see what's in the box here. So it records at 1920 by 1080 for the front camera and the rear camera. It's an analog HD signal from the rear camera. Enough of that. Here's the camera itself. So like all of these cameras, it attaches over top of the existing mirror. Has an input for, oh, this one doesn't have GPS, so they've covered that up. It's got a, looks like it comes with an SD card. What has it got? It's got a 16 gigabyte SD card that comes pre-installed. Okay, well that should be good enough for testing. And the rear camera is standard 2.5 millimeter plug with a standard power cord. I think these cameras are probably all about the same, and they're all going to look about the same. Comes with a, so it's a waterproof camera, so it can be mounted outside as well as inside. I'm going to be doing just a temporary mount in my car because my car is not one that's easy to get a camera outside. Just the way it's designed, just to try to get a cable to the outside of my car is going to be pretty difficult, I think. So what we'll do is I'm going to mount this in the car, and then we're going to take it out for a run. Before I do that, I'll fire it up on power, and we'll just see how it looks and go through some of the menus. So I'm just going to get the power cord out. It looks like it just uses a standard, it's a standard regular mini USB plug that powers this up. I probably already have a connector in my car. Let's get this connected to power. We'll see how the picture looks on this, and then I'll take it and put it in the car, and we'll do a little drive around and see how it looks. So I'll power up the camera, and it almost looks identical to the one that I've got on my truck at work. Just the, I guess this has got voice control on it too. Stop. I don't know how the voice control works, but if I stop it from recording here, I can switch to the front view, so it gives me both front and back view from the camera, and I can tap it again and look at just the front view from the front camera, and then one more time and it gives me the rear view. It boots up in the default for the rear view. If I do that, it lets me pan up and down or tilt up and down so you can see the full view. Resolution video mode, okay, it says 1440. Leave it in that mode, I guess. Loop recording 1 minute, up to 5 minutes. Night vision on or off. There's no LEDs on this, so it shouldn't make any difference. Maybe it just changes the sensitivity. Sound recording on and off, parking mode, general settings, and set for auto screen off. We can turn that off so that the screen stays on, because it will operate as a mirror when the display goes out, or you can keep it on so that the camera is always being displayed. And it's got their logo on here and the time. I wonder if that's being recorded. I wonder if there's any way to actually take that off the screen. Go to Setup, General Settings. Rear mirror on and off, voice control switch, display, mode power on is for the rear camera, clock setting. I'm just looking to see whether 12 or 24 hour setup for the clock. You can display the front or the rear when you power it up. Rear mirror. This should do a mirror image if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. So this should, yeah, this now displays it as a mirror image. So you can have it as a mirror image or a normal view. So this would be so that it looks in the camera how the image looks in real life. As we notice that on my bench here, it appears that my soldering iron is on the left side when it's actually on the right side of the bench, and I'm now pointing to the left. So that's the rear mirror view, and if I go in and change that, it should change. I don't know if it changes the way it records it up, but it does change the way that it is displayed on the display here. So if I turn off rear mirror, now we'll see that everything looks right. See the display here, everything's looking normal. I'm thinking for the test, I might like to get this outside the car as opposed to sticking it up in the back window. I might just attach it to, there's a place on the outside of my car that I can actually attach this to it so that I can give you guys a nice look at how the picture quality is. But anyway, that's my rant on this so far. It's a mirror camera. It looks like all the others, right? To playback recordings, you stop it if you tap the playback button. Where is it here? I guess it's that one. There we go. Front recording files, rear recording files. Since the front camera's been covered up, we'll just look at the rear recording files and I'll just pick one. It does say the date and time that it's recorded down here.
And this should be the way that the recordings take place on the SD card, which we're going to look at.
Anyway, I'm going to mount it in the car. We'll figure out a way to mount this thing, and I'll show you guys once I get it installed. We'll take it out for a bit of a drive and see how it looks. So this is how I'm going to mount the camera for this test. It's just attached to the back of my car by antenna. A couple of zap ties around it and some tape to hold it from moving. And that should give me a shot out the back. And should give me a good clear view of the back of the road here. We'll show you the installation of the camera inside. So there's the look as I'm driving. The mirror replaces, strapped over top of the original mirror, allows me to see the image off the camera that I've mounted outside the car. Normally I would mount something like this in the back window in this type of car. Gotta watch out for the blind guy. The white stick, as they say. So I'm just going to do a little drive around, take the camera out on the freeway and so forth, and take some shots with the front and rear camera. It's a nice day today. I'm going to do some more shots once it gets dark. We'll do some more shots, and we'll see how the night vision is on it. It's amazing the number of people that don't get out of the way when they see a car coming. When I put the camera in both front and rear view modes, you can see what type of a shot I get on the back of the car. Get the whole back quarter of the car from where the camera is mounted. Ideally, this camera would be mounted on the license plate, and that's exactly where I've got it mounted on my vehicle. My company truck has got essentially the same camera as this one. I think it is probably the same camera, just a different brand. And I've had it there for a few years. The outdoor camera looks to be exactly the same. Anyway, that's a look at this. I'm going to just do a bit of a drive, and we'll take a look at the footage. So I'm just going to drive around a bit, do a couple shots during the day, a couple shots at night, so you guys can see the quality of both the front-facing interior camera as well as the camera that I've mounted outside. Getting some reflections off the window, which is going to degrade the front picture a little bit, just due to reflections and so forth. But it is a 1080 camera.
It does record in H.264, so standard MTS type files. I did not have to convert the files in order to open them. I was able to open them directly into my editor. Now, one thing I did notice is the rear camera, if it's set to mirror image so that it looks like a mirror on the monitor, it records that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to correct it so that it looks like you would look if you were looking out the back window, not in a mirror, but looking out the window. Otherwise, you get the perspective, everything is backwards, right? Anyway, just gonna let this play for a few minutes. I hope you enjoy this. I'll put a link in for this video or for this camera in the description. Just gonna let this play out for a couple minutes here so you guys can see what the quality of the cameras are like under different lighting conditions, and that way you can decide for yourself whether this one's right for you.